I've robbed 12 banks in 7 states. I have a little over $9 million in cash. And no one knows who I am.
On today's episode, we talk about Honest Thief. He's Jay. I'm Alan. That's Ben.
3 bros with 3 opinions all about movies.
This is Movie Jabs.
Let's go.
Honest Thief, we watched the trailer and we're like, oh, it's
Honestly,
tight.
nubs.
Yeah, you know what? We thought it was tight though. We watched the trailer and we're like, Liam Neeson can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go wrong. Liam Neeson makes good movies.
Taken 8. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Hey, proved us wrong, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He proved us real wrong.
He goes, hold my beer, watch it.
Yeah, hold my beer, watch me destroy this.
Yeah. He's too honest.
He's way too honest. So
way too honest.
The worst part about this movie is the premise. It's just so obnoxious and so stupid that I made my brain hurt.
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I want to turn myself in. I want to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
I hand over all the money I stole in exchange for a reduced sentence. It's important.
It really did. So he's a bank robber. He robbed 9.
Ex-bank robber.
He robbed how many banks? 12 banks?
It was
7
nine banks, like 12 cities.
No, something like that.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, something like that. But he got $9 million.
Yeah.
From all these banks. And the key issue here is there was absolutely zero zippy chance, to steal your word, that he would ever get caught. Never is going to get caught.
You also never spent the money.
Those are good odds, by the way.
Yeah, those are good odds. Good odds. He's
You're
never
gonna rob banks,
kind of
and there's a zippy chance
but
of getting
then
caught.
suddenly,
pretty good odds.
Suddenly, this guy, this loner, meets a woman and he falls in love.
And what's so important about it?
I met a woman. I want to be with her for the rest of my life, without lying about my past.
And then he starts getting the conscious and he's guilty. He's like, I can't lie to her. I can't lie to her. Yeah.
Met a girl, fell in love.
Yeah, can't lie to her. So he calls.
Does he not
FBI.
see his friends anymore too after that? Or
Yeah.
They start chilling, nobody watches.
Yeah. So he calls the FBI and he's like, I want to turn myself in. And the FBI's like, okay, yeah, we don't believe you because we've got a billion.
But the agents are sick though. I love the agents FBI. Like who plays them? Like the actors.
Oh, you got T-1000.
Oh yeah.
You got your boy.
Jeffrey Donovan from Burn Notice.
Yeah, and then you got the guy from Spartacus.
Yes.
Yeah,
well, first of all, I love FBI agents who are like, do my job for me. All right, prove it. I need you to prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it to me. Good guy, Mr. Honest Guy.
So he falls in love.
Prove it to me.
That's pretty much what it was too. So we don't believe you.
Yeah.
Give us all the money.
He falls in love, and then there's no way he's going to get caught,
1.
but he has to tattle on himself. He has to tell on himself because he feels guilty that he has $9 million with this woman he just fell in love with. Instead of just taking and living a happy life with $9 million with her, he has to go tell the FBI. And his stipulation here is, I only want to do 2 years in jail.
I think so. That was one of the things that
who's making these rules?
They're really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Where it's like, hey,
that doesn't happen in real life.
I robbed, I think it was like 9 banks or 12 banks, and then I only want to do 2 years.
That's not gonna happen, Rick. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, buddy, those are federal offenses.
Yeah, you don't get to choose.
You're not doing 2 years.
You don't get to choose. The only way you get to negotiate your time in jail is when you have more people to put in jail.
Yeah.
When you got some chips.
When it's worth it
He's got
to
no
the government.
chips.
Yeah, where he's like,
the only chip he has is himself.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we got you.
Yeah.
Where he's like, hey,
I
robbed 12 banks, but there's 40 more coming.
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
and
that's fine.
instead of them doing an investigation to catch him and prove that it was him, he just proves it for him. Like you just say, he proves it for him.
Makes no sense.
But so they don't believe him.
Come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, so they don't believe him. That the lead FBI agent in this does not believe that it's him because they've had other callers saying that it's them, and they're just like, okay.
Which also doesn't make sense to me either.
So the lead agent, yeah.
Who else is calling in saying, by the way, I didn't rob these banks, but I did.
Yeah, who's calling it? It was phone account like, yeah, this was me. Come take me.
Yeah. So he gives it to these junior agents. The junior agents come out to do their investigation. They're like, yeah, we don't believe you either. And they're like, we need this proof. Prove it to us. And he's like, well, here's the keys to my storage shed where the money is. Go check.
Special Agent Hall, this is Special Agent Evans.
Where's the money?
Right.
By yourself, without me there. Just go ahead.
Because they go, no, you stay here. I'm just like, what is going on in this movie right now?
Well, yeah,
like,
he lets them.
But who's also like, if you're an agent, like, why wouldn't you say, all right, let's handcuff you. You come with us. Like, what is going on in this movie?
Yeah, it's just nothing is followed naturally.
They should change the name to like Dumbest Man Ever.
Yeah, right. So,
just
so they get there and they didn't believe that he was going to have the money. They open the thing and then they find the money and then they have a ooh moment. And these two FBI highly qualified agents that went through a litany of tests to become an agent, and
Obviously,
then got into this.
They were the runt of litters.
Yeah, they're the runt of litter. They're like, oh, let's just take this money for ourselves. Let's ignore the fact that there's cameras everywhere recording us right now while we do this, and let's just walk out with the money. And let's, instead of like coming up with an elaborate plan of how they're gonna like launder this money or do something genius with it,
It was
like,
just,
let's go to this old house that I know where other criminals have been and store it there.
The man is telling the truth. We can take this money for ourselves.
Let's do it.
That's real smart.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, this movie, you don't need to, it's so dumb. You don't need to watch it.
watch the trailer and then you'll be like, oh, this is what
If
happens.
you've seen the trailer, you saw the movie.
Yep.
So
It's the first minute and a half movie ever.
So the plot is just awful. The plot is awful.
So
The
many-
fact that there's
I hated the loopholes.
there's so many holes. There's so
Yeah.
many holes in their theories and their stories that you could just tear apart. Like when the FBI agents plan to steal the money, it's like, no, you'll get caught if you do this. No, you'll get caught if you do this.
Well,
That's really
so
dumb. That's really dumb.
But that's only the first like 25 minutes of the movie, and then then they go back to the hotel. They end up killing the lead agent, who was played by T-1000.
Whoa, I'm turning myself in.
FBI, open up. What exactly is going on?
Yeah.
I forget his actual name. And then that's when the movie kind of picks up. I actually I checked my phone. It was 31 minutes into the movie.
His real name is Thomas Dolan, former Marine, demolitions expert.
At that point.
At that point, so I'm like, all right, now it's gonna pick up. Wow, again, hold my beer. You're wrong. So then Liam Neeson pretty much has to kind of prove that he's innocent, and he befriends. Innocent from the murder, not from the bank robbers.
A lot of proving
Yeah.
going
So
on.
now,
A lot of
so
proving
the
going
junior FBI agents try to pin the murder of the senior FBI agent on him.
Yeah.
But there's so many holes in that too. When you watched it happen, you're like, that's not going to work. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you know what scene really kind of rubbed me the wrong way?
The whole movie?
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's one particular scene where I even nudges this right here is literally when he gets spotted by Boston police. At this point, he's wanted.
Oh, right.
At this point, he's wanted for the murder of an FBI agent.
With a perfect lookout and description of what he's doing, who he is.
Is that something that a lot of people would look for?
He's driving a cupcake van.
Yeah.
Like something's gonna stick out like a sore thumb in Boston, right? So he gets spotted, he gets in a chase, and then somehow loses them.
Yeah.
He's wanted for murder of an agent. No way. You're gonna get choppers, cane, all this stuff. Like he just loses.
The whole world's coming.
He loses this one cop that was driving like a 1998 Crown Vic with like bad brakes. Just loses.
And they're getting into gunfights in the middle of like public places, and there's no police coming.
Yeah.
Like no one in the surrounding area is calling 911 for the 35 gunshots going off back and forth. It's just making any sense.
Well, this is kind of what we talked about. How many like we love movies that are just total BS, but they're entertaining. But this was just too much. Yeah, this was, you went into it thinking it was gonna be probably pretty serious, and it was just such BS that it was just.
Well, you had
You
had the perfect example. Your perfect example was
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys. So when you go into a Bad Boys movie, another cop shooting movie, you know what you get. You know you're going into this. It's going to be obnoxious. It's going to be ridiculous.
Entertainment
Nothing's going to make
purposes
sense.
only.
It's just for pure entertainment. But this movie was sold to you as this is very serious.
Yeah.
This really could happen. This is very
False
dramatic.
advertisement.
It's just awful.
My girlfriend, she had nothing to do with this. Agent Evans, I'm coming for you.
And so I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it.
Was there any part of the movie that you enjoyed or liked?
Okay, so
Can I go first?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
When the credits ran, and then you knew it was over. So I was like, okay.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say my favorite part was. All right, now that we covered that,
No, okay. To give this movie some credit, filmed well, the actors did okay with the poor script they were given, and the stunt choreography for the fights and the falls and the shooting stuff, it was okay.
Decent, yeah.
It was watchable. It was definitely watchable. But other than that, nothing. So should we just be done with it?
Oh,
well, you want to give your score first. You got to give your score.
Okay.
Yeah, but one last thing. How bad did you hate that this was in theaters? We had to actually go.
Oh yeah.
This should have been.
Oh, it was the dumbest choice ever.
This should have been like a Netflix, which honestly, I think at that point I would have liked it more because I'm at home with my dog watching. I'm like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I had to leave my house for this.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Didn't like.
Can you imagine getting COVID for this movie?
Oh, just getting COVID for this would be bad. Oh, I'd be mad. I'd be real mad. I'd be bummed out. So, okay, I'm just going to go because this movie, And we discussed before, I have a tendency to rate movies higher than they deserve just because
you're nice.
Yeah, I do that. I'm going to give this one a soft 3.
Ooh,
a soft 3.
Ooh. All right, you want to?
I'm going to go with 4. I'm gonna go with
4?
4. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on the 4 just because I want to go pay for it. And like, I can't give it a 1.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Well,
Well,
don't see it. It's not.
If you haven't seen it, don't see it.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Wait for Netflix or Blockbuster.
We just wrote it for you.
Don't waste your time and subscribe to us for saving you that hour and a half of your life.
Yes.
Yeah, you should all Venmo us like $5.
All right, we're out.